My name's Ed Miles. I'm from DAF UK. We're based the head office is based in Oxfordshire. And well, this is UK30.
Which is what? What are we sitting in?
So it's a special edition, really. So we put this truck together to celebrate the 30 years of market leadership with DAF trucks. So it's we're the #1 selling truck brand in the UK and have been since 1995. So we wanted to sort of commemorate it, if you will, with a special edition that we can share with customers who've made it all possible.
And the truck that we're sitting in was your idea?
We work with a lot of different partners in the business, so I'm not going to take full credit. I'm more of a coordinator, but we've had a lot of input from the design team who design New Generation. There's a lot of key things that they've done working on this, but also the purchasing departments and product development, engineering, testing. Everyone's been involved, so I'm just the linchpin in the middle. So.
And what makes it a special edition?
Excellent question. So XG Plus, biggest cab in Western Europe. And what makes this one really quite special is we've got 6 different features that have got 6 different part numbers that you'll only ever see on these UK30s. So one of which is the Union flag seats on the headrests. So they're quite subtle, but they're quite nice, and you won't see them outside of the UK30 series. Behind you, we've got the upper bunk there, which has got the Union flag. Again, nothing won't be seen again outside of the UK30 edition truck series. We've got 1995 to 2025 floor mats as well. And there are two smaller things that aren't on truck #1 because they haven't come to fruition yet, which is one of the external badges. And we're also going to go and have little labels for the beds. So lots of little subtleties that just, a DAF connoisseur would really spot and be able to know that that's quite something different. So yeah, subtle.
Since it's a PACCAR brand
yes,
now, right?
Yes, we are. PACCAR company.
If you pulled something out of the history of, per se, the numbered Peterbilts or a custom-built Peterbilt, the dash plaques that say, or like the Kenworth Legacy Edition or anything,
yeah.
like #1 of whatever, are you going to put anything like that on it to show what number?
So the external badging, what we've got, again, the two of the guys in the design department in Eindhoven have worked really hard to come up with a really nice badge. We've got a Union flag on it, we've got limited edition, and then we've got the 1 of 30, 2 of 30, and that will go either side. It's in the same font as the XG Plus logo, so it's going to be nice and subtle again, and they should be on the production trucks for September build onwards.
So this truck came out before, this is like a prototype?
Yeah, this is our marketing vehicle, this is a prototype, so this truck's #1 really. It's where we've done a lot of the sort of proof of concept and a lot of slightly different work too. So, we will sell this at the end, unfortunately, much to my dismay. But, it's, yeah.
You're going to camp out in the back here?
I have done last night as well as tonight as well. So, but no, it's a really good bed. It's a DAF relaxed bed.
It is very comfortable. I'm sitting back here.
It's so nice. The suppliers who've done the bed, I think it's Burco.
Is this a second bunk too?
Yeah, it is, yeah. So you've got the ladder behind you. So if you stand there, what I'll show you is we've got the ladder that pulls across here, and then we've got a little latch which pops down. You push that down, and obviously the bunk, when it comes down, is further there. So you've got the lighting controls up there, you've got a charger and everything. So it's really quite a good, nifty little setup for double manning operations in long distance work. So. And
you're standing up with room to spare.
Yeah, I'm 6'4" and a bit, 6'5" in the mornings, and I've got loads of room. So the XG Plus is, like I said, one of the biggest cabs on the market in Europe.
You could be 7 feet in here and be comfortable.
I think the bed's about 800mm wide as well. So even if you're a larger person, there's still loads of room, and with the relaxed bed, obviously there's an electric motor which pushes the top up there. So if you're sat on a road, which is quite common in the UK, where it's got a bit of an adverse camber, you can lift up your head so you can have a nice comfortable sleep. But also the feet rest comes up as well. That's all right, don't worry, it's fine. It's really good. So the relaxed bed, again, fantastic. I've slept in many trucks, but these are by far the best and the most comfortable. So. On the UK30, this is an option that's included as standard, really. So it's a cracking little bit of design for driver comfort. So yeah.
Now, since they're manufactured in Oxford, is that correct?
So that's where the marketing and sales headquarters are. So that's where our parts teams, our after sales teams, and obviously marketing and sales are based. But the trucks are manufactured up in Leyland. So we're the only truck manufacturer actually manufacture and assemble trucks in the United Kingdom, which is really, really nice.
Is there a connection to Leyland? The cars?
Oh yeah, so yeah, Leyland DAF Obviously, the Leyland brand, DAF and Leyland came together in, I think it was the 80s, I think. My history's not so good. But yeah.
Before your time.
Oh, God, yeah. No, definitely. Yeah, it's way before my time, really. But yeah, there's a long legacy of building heavy goods and commercial vehicles well back into the 1800s. So long legacy, and it's really nice that we can continue that forward into the 21st century.
Yeah, well, you know what this ladder here, this sliding ladder reminds me of? Is here in Oxford, it just makes me think of a library with the tall rolling ladders.
I can see what you mean when it runs along the runners. Yeah,
that's just a nice touch that I've never seen before.
It's brilliant, though. It's a really nice little concept, and I've been up on those bunks before. Loads of room, they can support a good weight and everything.
But not the fancy mattress up there.
We've got a good mattress, but not the fancy mattress. So it's preservative down here, really, because most people don't tend to normally, do double operations.
What about up here?
So yeah, we've got the three lockers, obviously. We've actually, part of the special edition setup is we do lockable cabinets on either side now. And the centre one has got the DAF microwave in as well.
A DAF branded microwave.
Absolutely. Really, really good. So this is included in the UK30 series. We've got lots of little bits as well. So we've got the sunblind extension. So obviously you look at the sunblind, it comes down here, but there's a little crack there.
Okay, well that's a new thing to me too.
Yeah, it comes all the way down to there. It's really, really good. But this sunblind extension, you can adjust accordingly to block out every last little bit of light. And it's just a lesser known option that Packard Parts do, that we thought, let's put it on the truck. It's really good. And yeah, we've got the light up DAF badge for off-highway use. So that button there. But we've got the DAF logo, which is illuminated on the front grille, and it just, looks fantastic, really. So that is the sunroof controls, and then we've got the puddle light controls here as well. And then this is your main light controls, so you've got your ambient lighting and your spotlights and full. You can adjust the brightness of them. You can do that from the bunk as well, behind you. Yeah. So that controls, you can do your windows on there, you can play music through it, you can lock and unlock the cab, you can set your night heater, you can set the panic mode off. It's really good. It's a really well considered cab.
Are those standard features on other models, or is that unique to this one?
So yeah, there's a lot of standard features on other XG Plus models. Like I said, it's the seats, the bunks, the floor mats, and the badging and the bed labelling that make this truck slightly different, and obviously the external paintwork. But you can get these on any of our range from XD all the way up to XG Plus.
Okay, that was amazing, and you just did it so subtly in the background. That is that a typical feature then, a blind instead of visors in trucks like this now?
100%. Yeah, most heavy goods vehicles in the UK will have these sort of style of sun blinds like that, so it's a pretty necessary feature. And we've also got the side blinds as well, which come down, which are really good. They come all the way down to there. So the idea is, if you parked up and you've got a day cab, maybe for example, you can pull these down and you can just have a nice sort of private environment with a bit of shade.
And curtains on top of that.
So this one's got the double curtain setup. So we've got the main wraparound curtains, which go all the way around the cab. Then we've also got a secondary split here. So what's really cool about this is if you're sleeping in quite a lit area, for example, with lots of street lights and stuff, there's always going to be little cracks that let light in. So this secondary one allows complete blackout when you're in bed, and it just allows you to sleep in broad daylight. So it's really, really good option. When we encourage people to spec, of course, and on UK30, that again is included as part of the specification.
And then also, no mirrors.
Yes. What's the sentiment in the States? Because I know they've come across very recently in the States.
You're asking the wrong person.
Okay.
Because I have feelings on these things.
You know what? Everyone's entitled to their opinion, and I always say, if you go into the concept with an open mind, you think, right, it's new technology, I'm going to give it a go, I'm going to try and embrace it, then I always think people will generally like it. And I was hesitant at the start when they came out in 2021. But I only drive these now with the cameras. I don't drive mirrors very often anymore, and it's so strange going back to mirrors now. So I think I'm part of the new generation of truckers to really only drive this.
Yeah, to be fully relying on that, like if the technology fails, to have the backup of a mirror. Like I can't even check the oil in my new car, which is just, it's like...
No, it's a fair concern, and it's a real concern, But generally speaking, you've got a tiny little camera arm at the top there, so there's far less a surface area to potentially hit. But also there's an element to say that they have type approved, they've done all the testing, and generally speaking, unless there's any human error, they tend to be quite a reliable system. But the corner view, to be honest with you, is the pièce de résistance. So if we shut this door, give me a second. So, corner view. This replaces the front mirror and the curved view sort of mirror as well. So it's a 275-degree camera, which looks around the front and goes all the way around to the sort of drive axle on the near side. So you can see that full electric XD just to our left. The whole thing. And you can see the group of 3 people stood there, which is fantastic. But also you can see the people over there. Look, you can just see them walking, see the 2 people there. So this is a fantastic option for operators in urban areas, for example, where there's lots of pedestrians. But there's also an element to say there's a good use case for it in rural settings or the municipal sector, where there's lots of tight spaces to access and you've got gate posts and things that you really need to be cautious of. So really good option. We absolutely love and champion the corner view. Fantastic.
Now, before I go off on what you just said into another realm of things, what is the engine, transmission, all that in here?
Okay, so we have got the Packard MX-13, so it's a 12.9 litre engine. We've got the 530 horsepower, the highest output that we do at DAF on this truck. The gearbox or the transmission is a Traxxon 12TX2620 direct drive gearbox. So this truck's got a really good driveline combination. We do quite a lot of 530s with the TX 2620. And it's got our 1347 rear axle as well, so up to 65 tons. And it's really good. Yeah, very pleased with it, and it's quite a popular driveline combination.
Is that like a touchscreen situation?
Yeah, absolutely. Here? So on here, we'll wake up the ECU for a moment. So we've got full CarPlay capability, Apple, Android Auto. You've got full driver's manual on here as well. So if you're a new driver to it, let's say, and you've got I don't know what this button does or how to work this. On here, you've got the application driver's manual to select there, and it will bring up a driver's sort of guide on the truck in its entirety, and the driver can search for stuff. They can put it in. So we've got it set in, is that Dutch or German? Ich habe keine Idee. Poor German, whatever. But, it's really quite useful when you set it in the right language, of course. You can.
Do I feel air conditioning?
Yes,
also?
of course, yes.
Oh,
so we've got auto cab climate control, which is fantastic. I'm just going to turn it off auto because it's going to try and cool down the cab really quickly and be a bit noisy. But we've also got park air conditioning as well. So that's a combination of, you've got your night heater when it's cold, but it also will chill the cab nicely when it's on quite a warm day like today, really. I think, 23 degrees today, so it's a little bit warm, I must admit. But yeah. Nonetheless, great option to have. Really, really good.
The high 70s, something like that, Fahrenheit?
Oh, sorry, I forgot you do it in Fahrenheit, don't you? I don't know how to translate Celsius to Fahrenheit.
That window is enormous, too.
Yeah, wow. Absolutely. It's quite a big window. Again, really low belt line, so you've got great visibility of vulnerable road users. And yeah, really good sort of setup for a long distance truck, really. You've got great sort of glass panoramic view all the way around the cab. So yeah, it's
Now, you've mentioned UK30 a couple times, and you told me before we started the video, but what is the UK30?
So yeah, special edition. So we've got 29 slots for customers to purchase, and they can have the chassis configurations like this one, which is an FTS or a twin tag axle. They can also have a single rear steer tag, which is called an FTN. And then the traditional UK option, which is an FTG, so it's a mid-lift pusher axle. And then finally we can have a 4x2 because obviously European brand, so to speak, and there's a lot of 4x2s in the EU. So UK30 customers have a relatively fixed spec in terms of the cab. They have to have these seats, have to have the bed, have to have the colour sort of set up.
Which is British Racing Green.
Which is, it's like a metallic sort of British Racing Green. It's very nice colour. Not sure it's exactly British Racing Green, but it's fantastic. Yeah.
Specifically because you said 30 years.
Yeah, so there's a nice little tie-up really. So obviously market leaders for 30 years, really good, really great achievement. One that's rarely matched in the automotive sector. But there's an element, I think it's 30 years of marriage, has like an emerald green colour, I think, to celebrate it. So we thought, well, we've done 30 years in the UK, British Racing Green, let's combine it all together and have quite a British, quite a prominent theme throughout. So it's a lovely colour, fantastic, and it's available at factory as well. Yeah, going back to the UK30 concept, customers have got free choice. They can have the MX-11, which is our smaller sort of engine, or they can have whatever tyres they want, whatever axles they want, whatever wheelbase, whatever, anything that materially affects their operation in terms of capability, they can choose it, but the cab is fixed. So it's a special edition for each customer in their own right.
And most of those are already claimed, right?
Yeah, there's a lot. We've had a hell of a lot of interest. We've really impressed and surprised me actually, just how much our customers were keen on. You know, we had customers committing to the vehicle before we'd even officially gone live and launched it really. So I think we've had it about one a day roughly worked out, and since we launched it. There's a few slots remaining, of course, and we'll be building these trucks from September onwards. Yeah, if any of your American followers are interested, then yeah, brilliant, you know, UK30, why not?
Well, I suppose on that note, so that's where, going back to what you were saying about urban areas and things, it's owned by PACCAR.
Yes, DAF is a PACCAR company. Yeah,
but American viewers would not have seen one in the States before.
No, that's correct. The DAF brand, so to speak, isn't really over in the States. We operate primarily in Europe. But we do have the smaller DAF, which is called the DAF XB, which Kenworth and Peterbilt, I believe, use, and they sort of rebadge it, but materially the cab and the driveline with a little Cummins engine is quite prevalent in the States. So yeah, we are there, but we're not there.
So people have probably seen them as like garbage trucks or
absolutely,
all sorts of things.
But it's really good. Apple CarPlay, we just plug in there and stuff like that. So really good. We've got a massive subwoofer behind here as well, which is awesome. So it's got a really cracking sound system. I drove it home the other night and then drove it to the truck show on Friday morning. And yeah, it's a really nice truck and nice place to be. And I've just spotted one of my old customers over there. So.
Oh, jeez. So we need to
That's
hustle
like 2
here.
seconds too.
Yeah. So I suppose my last question then
Sorry
for
about
you.
that.
That's all right. Are you in the marketing department? Or?
Yes. I'm the product marketing manager. So I look after specifications. So if you go to a salesperson in the UK and they say, I want this and this and this, it's my job to ensure that we have the relevant options available, we have the right option combinations, and yeah, there's loads of other things that get involved in like special editions as well, really. So,
but you also drive the trucks.
Yeah, I've had a license since I was 18, 19. Used to drive for my parents, and yeah, it's just something that I've always liked and enjoyed.
So you've always been into trucks?
Yeah, my parents had a couple of trucks, my grandfather had a couple of trucks, and I've strayed away from the family business, which is like a mobile event catering thing, and come to the manufacturer. So yeah, for the love of trucks, really.
So did you go into marketing and then this is just where it went, or did you just?
No, I started selling. I had an internship at DAF when I was 19, and then I went back to university, and then I went to the dealerships for 3 years and selling trucks. So I moved, 2 hours away from where I was brought up, and spent 3 years there selling trucks, which was fantastic. And then this job came up at DAF, and I'd always said to my now boss, I was like, I want that job, I fancy it. And sure enough, here we are 3 years later. So yeah, it's always been DAF.
Wow, well that's a pretty smooth career trajectory.
It's not intended, it wasn't by design, it just
right
happened,
place, right
time.
Yeah,
absolutely. It's and it's a great job. Get to see loads of customers, drivers, and drive trucks and travel all over the UK and Europe, and it's really interesting.
So are you the person who gets to take this to shows all over?
Yeah, like I said, I took it home the other night, and drove it here on Friday, and I'll be driving it back home on Sunday, and then no doubt driving it again the week after, so...
Will it be, I'm not going this year, but I almost stayed an extra week to go to Truck Star Fest in Austin.
Yeah. And there's a few customers who are here who take the vehicles over, so that's supposed to be amazing. That's like the mecca of truck shows.
Trucks,
and the standard of truck there is just out of this world.
Well, of all the DAFs to get to see for the first time, this is a pretty cool one.
Oh, fantastic! Well, no, I'm pleased you like it. Really, it's a lot of work, represents a lot of effort and time by a lot of different people, and we're really proud of it. So.
That dash is gorgeous.
Yes, we've got the Natura finish, which is the sort of wood effect as well. We've got a wireless charger down here. We've got the pull-out table, which is fantastic. This seat swivels as well. We've got air-cooled seats, heated seats.
Is this more storage?
Yeah, there's more storage. I've got some rubbish down there. I've got my glasses and keys and bits and bobs. So loads of storage down there. We've got a full-size refrigerator, which has some drinks in it. And we've got another storage drawer just underneath. 2 1.5 litre bottle holders here. The European trucks, the cab over trucks, very well considered design, lots of sort of centricity around driver comfort and making it as nice for the driver as possible. So we've got a really superb sort of steering rake adjustment here as well, air seats as well, which is really good, twin armrests. So you can get super comfortable in this truck really easily. And there we've got the moving off information system, which is scanning for vulnerable road users in front of the truck. and obviously it will go off again because that gentleman is over there walking in front of the truck. So that's an aid for the driver to, you know, better understand if there's any pedestrians in their blind spot. So it's really, really good. 3-stage MX engine brake. So I believe they call J brakes in the States.
Yeah, Jacobs is the
Jacobs brakes. So 3-stage there. We can offer a gearbox retarder as well. You know, you've got your gear selector there as well. So it's going to tell me I need to put my foot on the brake. And then obviously on this side here, we've got the screen wash, and I believe that's a horn, yeah. And then auto wipers as well, which is a great feature. Full LED lights as well, cornering lights, skylights. It's just a really fantastic
So no
truck.
horn in the center of this?
No, we've got our airbag, you know, safety first, but no horns, and I'm not going to press it because there's a child there and they might get a bit scared. But no, it's the horns over here, really, just because, again, a lot of drivers drive like that, myself included as well. So it's all on the stalk, and the old Super Space cabs used to have a little sort of cord here for the air horns. But they, again, had the button on the end of the stalk, which is just where we've had it, really. So
that is pretty incredible. So I think after watching this, I had better not hear any of my viewers at least trash talk European trucks, because this is pretty incredible.
They're great. There's so much design and effort and attention to detail that goes into these trucks, and you know, we've got a lot more legislative restraints, I would say, to work within. But materially speaking, we produce some fantastic vehicles in Europe. Any manufacturer. But obviously DAF's best. So yeah, really good truck, really well considered, and good design. So yeah.